Hey guys, TC here from the Christian Gaming Channel, bringing a brand new episode of Mario Kart Wii. And today we'll be playing as Donkey Kong. I don't know, I just felt like seeing the big old gorilla again. Probably my favorite character outside of Luigi. And Diddy Kong, obviously, but Donkey Kong's cool. And what's also cool is Sherbet Land. Sherbet Land? I don't know, it's very cold though. It's not cool, like GameCube's Sherbet Land, but it's a nice enough track. It's not a glorified oval, at least it has some bends to it. If anything, let's see what does that shape look like for the track. Honestly, I've got nothing. Maybe an amoeba? Those things don't really have a shape per se, so I guess that kind of works. You see, Toad is trying to give us competition. He thinks he can get another trophy like he did in the last episode, but I don't think he should get one this time. We gotta continue progressing through the game, so we can't let the previous champion win again. That wouldn't work at all. Thing I'm curious about though, what's with the giant penguin? Like, if we're just gonna consider the characters are at their normal sizes, that penguin is massive. Like, is that the mother of all penguins in this ice rink area? Or not? I mean, that is just a large penguin. One notable change I can say that exists from the 64 version is that there are 2 item boxes on the right path instead of just the one, if I am not mistaken. Outside of that, I don't think there are any other real big changes outside of, the item box placement. Oh, those are fairly normal sized penguins. It's just strange. You have normal sized penguins and you have small baby sized penguins. And then you have the gigantic penguin. I'm just confused. What are their relations? Maybe that giant penguin was banished to that ice island, so that way they couldn't accidentally stop all the other penguins. Stop. Not stop. I need to work on my enunciation still. Anyways, in regards to the race, we are very, very far ahead of the competition, so I don't think we have to worry too terribly much. Outside of a blue shell. That was convenient timing. Outside of that blue shell, nothing is really going to keep us from winning, as far as I'm aware. And I thank the Lord for that, because last time we managed to lose quite a few spots on Wario's gold mine. Well, we still came out on top, but still, would like to try and go for those clean victories if we can. I think that penguin got hold of a Mega Mushroom. Now let's go with that. That penguin ate a Mega Mushroom, and he just permanently stayed Mega for some insane reason. You know, it's a real shame they never gave Shy Guy a pirate costume in Mario Kart 8. That would have been a really cool callback to this track, honestly. Not that they could get a model for it from this game, because if I'm not mistaken, that's probably just a 2D image in the background, potentially. Or at least some mixture of 2D and 3D. Now, honestly, I'm not even sure if this path is quicker than the other path, because you have the water that slows you down, so maybe they're just about equal because of the slowdown. That's a possibility. Luigi has been shrunk by the thundercloud, and Baby Peach is just going to get smacked by the red shell. You know, all things considered, seems kind of on brand for the Kong family to, take out Oh, what am I going? I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's move on. Anyways, how does a sidestepper exactly take out a motorcycle is my question. You'd think heavy gorilla plus assumingly heavy-ish motorcycle, because it has to stand up to Donkey Kong's weight, would probably knock the sidestepper well out of the way, but apparently not. It's like an iron crab or something. Maybe they're not even real crabs. Maybe they're actually machines. You know, that could possibly be a thing. That was a close one. Wow. Okay, taking in the realism again. I know it's a video game, but still. If Donkey Kong was that close to a real explosion, he probably would have gotten thrown off his motorcycle. Just saying, that would have probably been a hospital trip, potentially. Makes me think that these Mario Kart races are extreme. Very extreme, honestly. It's a good thing it's a video game. There'd be a lot of hospitalizations. Yeah, nice visit from the Piantas again, in their debatably not Isle Delfino track. I mean, it's called Delfino Plaza, but Isle Delfino probably does not experience fall, like most places would. So it's probably just a Delfino settlement. Possibly. Maybe close to the region where, oh, what's the name of that island? It's the second island in Tropical Freeze. I forget what it's called. But it's the Otomy Island that kind of looks like it takes place in Northern Europe. Something like that. Maybe it's somewhere around that island. You guys have had a good weekend. I've had a pretty decent one. The Lord has blessed me with being able to get some old hardware I found up and running. Hopefully I can make it into a file/media server, because I don't think it can do much else. It's only got it's a single core CPU, if that gives you any clue on the age of that machine. I might be able to upgrade it, but I don't know how much of a worthwhile investment that would be. If anything, it might be. I don't know. In the long run, I think it is better to build your own hardware to host your own files and stuff, instead of using something like Google Drive or Dropbox or what have you. Granted, Dropbox and Google Drive are great for sharing files with the public, so I won't take that away from them. But for private files, I would rather just keep it on something I own. In the long run, at least for me, using old hardware, it's cheaper. I don't need something, you know, expensive or grand or anything. Just simple old parts I can find lying around can do the job for me. That's my opinion on that. / blessing in the way that I have old parts lying around. And somehow I've managed to talk through most of this, which I think is a great thing in its own right, because, like I have said many times in the past, it is very difficult to commentate over a track you've already commentated over before. the track really doesn't change with the CC, unless you're Mario Kart Double Dash and your Luigi Circuit. Outside of that, you really don't have tracks that change much with the CC in Mario Kart Wii. And I'm not even sure if that track's even in this game anyways, so it doesn't even have that. So maybe the turns can feel different depending on your speed. Outside of that, it's really difficult to talk over these, and I keep saying outside of that a lot for some reason. Anyways, the point is, it's hard to commentate over these when you have already done it before. Hopefully I'll have something to say the third time around when we go to 150cc. Hopefully I don't want the CPUs to give me too hard of a time, but if they do, it'll at least give me something to talk about. That was also very unfortunate. We did all those cool maneuvers to avoid all the items, and we got hit by lightning. The one thing you can't really avoid unless you have a star or a bullet build. Rather unfortunate. I wonder how much money Waluigi makes on this stadium. Or did he just loan out his name and it's actually Wario Stadium? He just wanted to name it after Waluigi. Maybe to avoid tax? I don't know. Maybe that's something Wario would do. So I just don't see Waluigi having the kind of money to have his own stadium. Don't really know much about that character, honestly. Just appears in sports titles without much background. I mean, at least the Mario Brothers and Wario, and even Yoshi and Donkey Kong, are more, well, like, let's see, use the word laid out because I'm pretty sure that's not right, but they have more backstory than Waluigi does. Waluigi just exists. So we really don't know too much about him. Maybe he does have the money to have this place, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I'm realistically just judging this based on the character and how he acts in the games. He doesn't seem like the kind of person to be able to hold down a job steadily. Also, other question, why do the signs have eyes? I mean, I know eyes being on things was a very common thing in older Mario games, but it feels kind of weird for the signs to have eyes. They're not living creatures, assumingly? I mean, if they are, I hope they're getting paid well for being permanently stuck in one spot. Because there's a lot of them. Did they even have eyes in the original version of this track? I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at that at some point. Anyways, we've finished it. We got first place 4 times in a row, giving us a clean 60. Thank the Lord for that too. At least it wasn't as rough as last time. Let's see, we have Donkey Kong, Baby Peach, and Toad. Toad held on, I'll give him credit. He didn't make second place like Baby Peach, but still, good on the little guy. Well, I guess that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching this episode. And remember, Christ is King and Jesus loves you. Bye.